All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into a really raw, pretty intense philosophy of motivation. It's a mindset that demands absolutely everything from you in the pursuit of greatness. So, let's get into it. So, the source material we're looking at today, it doesn't exactly ease you in. It kicks off with this incredibly direct, almost aggressive challenge. This isn't a friendly suggestion, it's a command. It sets an unbelievably high-stakes goal from the very first second. And that's the real question, isn't it? What does it actually take? What beliefs, what practices, what price do you have to pay to embody this ideal? In this explainer, we're going to dissect the core principles behind this incredibly demanding mindset. So to really wrap our heads around this, we've broken it down into 5 key themes. We'll start with the call to action, then get into the role of pain, the rejection of balance, the power of working alone, and then the final, ultimate commitment. Okay, first things first. We need to define who we're even talking about here. This isn't just about being successful. It's about becoming this very specific archetype, the champion, the alpha, the one person who truly stands apart from everyone else. See, that guy isn't a title you get after you've won. No, it's an identity you have to adopt right now. It's a lifestyle defined by a relentless, all-consuming drive, where your number one characteristic is that no one, and I mean no one, is ever going to outwork you. And this is so crucial. The whole philosophy demands you change who you are as the very first step. It's not about working hard and hoping you become the champion one day. It's about deciding you are the champion today and then living every single moment to prove it. All right, now let's get into the foundation of this entire mindset, and it's this. Pain isn't just some side effect of hard work. Oh no, it is the main, absolutely non-negotiable ingredient for any real growth. Yeah, in this worldview, if you're comfortable, you're not just resting. You're stagnating. The source material literally calls comfort zones dead zones, places where your potential just goes to die. The argument is brutally simple. To get better, you have to actively seek out what's hard and what's uncomfortable. This isn't a suggestion, it's presented as this absolute law of personal development. It's short, it's brutal, and there's just no room for argument. The path to the top isn't paved with nice, easy steps. It's a climb through deliberate, chosen hardship. And here's how you actually apply it. It's not about sitting around and waiting for life to challenge you. No, it's about making struggle a daily, deliberate thing. You actively choose the hard path. You lean into discomfort, and you use every single setback as fuel to move forward. Okay, section 3. This is where things get, well, pretty controversial for a lot of people. It's all about the idea of work-life balance. And to put it bluntly, this mindset sees balance as a recipe for being average, a direct obstacle to ever achieving anything truly great. And what's so interesting here is the stark contrast it sets up. Normal is basically a synonym for average results. To be that guy, you have to be misunderstood. You have to be obsessed. You have to be willing to give every single second to your goal. The whole idea of a normal 8-hour workday is just laughable. Yeah, the message couldn't be clearer, right? If you do what everyone else does, you're going to get what everyone else gets. If you want those exceptional or weird results, you have to be willing to live a life that most people would call, well, weird. Okay, let's move on, because there's this really fascinating tension in the source material. On one hand, it's all about this solitary, all-consuming struggle. But on the other, it has to acknowledge the reality that most people work in a team. And this really highlights that core conflict. How can you be this lone wolf, training by yourself, destined to be misunderstood by everyone, and at the same time be a team player who has to subordinate your own ego? It points to this really complex reality where your extreme individual drive has to somehow coexist with collective goals. This story, wow, it's from another NBA player, and it just perfectly captures that competitive fire at the heart of the lone wolf mentality. It's all about the hours nobody sees and the psychological games you play just through pure effort. I mean, what a powerful illustration of this mindset. Kobe wasn't just getting a workout in. His action was a direct message to his competition, his own teammate. It was saying, you can get up early, but I'll get up earlier. You can work hard, but I will always work harder. The work itself becomes the statement. And that brings us to our final section, the ultimate conclusion of this philosophy. This is where commitment isn't just a goal, it's framed as a literal life or death choice. So the source defines resolve in a really simple but profound way. It's not just a feeling, right? It's an unbreakable contract you make with yourself. The key word is until. You just keep going until. And there it is, the final, stark expression of that promise. It's the ultimate commitment, a statement that just completely removes any possibility of backing down or failing. You either do it or you die trying. There is no plan B. To really drive this home, the stakes are raised by showing you the alternative, the deep, soul-crushing regret that comes from not going all in. It paints this really grim picture of a life filled with what-ifs, where you end up resenting other people's success because it just shines a spotlight on your own missed chances. And that really is the central question this whole philosophy leaves you with. It presents this incredibly demanding but also incredibly clear path to being exceptional. It promises that if you do all these things, embrace pain, forget balance, commit completely, you can achieve greatness. But it costs everything. And so you have to ask yourself, in the relentless pursuit of being that guy, what do you gain and what do you stand to lose?